dead crystal billionaire who recently bought a castle of power only to find the lower levels totally inadequate for your dungeon needs. For me, Franco, the dungeon dude. I can whip any space into evil shape in no time flag. You come down here, oh look, the whole area would be great for a crypt, but it's totally open. No gate, no traps, not even an evil talking door. I can fix that for you. And check out these recent before and after photos from my latest project. I took this boring hallway, made it into an awful chamber. You can put paladins, thieves, or even city councils who don't want your housing development. And look at this, an unfinished first floor space. What do? I make it a nightmare scenario. I provided the ghouls, the hags, the giant face, even the child ghost. And I can do all that for you. So if you need a dungeon, you need the dungeon dude. Summon me, Rendolazzo, today! I have no insurance. I have no insurance. I have no insurance. I have no insurance. Necromancer, dead priest or billionaire who recently bought a castle of power only to find the lower levels totally inadequate for your dungeon needs. For me, Rendolazzo, the dungeon dude. I can whip any space into evil shape in no time flag. You come down here, oh look, the whole area would be great for a crypt, but it's totally open. No gate, no traps, not even an evil talking door. I can fix that for you. And check out these recent before and after photos from my latest project. I took this boring hallway, made it into an awful chamber. You can put paladins, thieves, or even city councils who don't want your housing development. And look at this, an unfinished first floor space. What do? I make it a nightmare scenario.
No, Redactron, it isn't Lord of the
Hags, the giant face, even the child ghost. And I can do all that for you. So if you need a dungeon, you need the dungeon dude. Summon me, Rendolazzo, today!
stereo. Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluva. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluva. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet. for Fluval.
Surprise! It's me, Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire. Welcome to Lord of the Rings Trivia 3. This is Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter, and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me, as always, is intern Calembribor and Amoenus Franco.
Greetings! I'm
Is
back.
our special guest. Amoenus Franco is back. Last week was with us for Wizard Trivia, and now is also here for Lord of the Rings Trivia 3.
Yes.
Yes, we're so excited to get your specific wizard-based insights.
Well, I actually lived through these events. So.
Oh, okay. So you were in Middle Earth. Are you from Middle
we're
Earth, or
Arda.
were you just visiting?
No, I traveled there. So I was divorced, as of course everyone knows.
Oh, yes.
And then I
Famously
left,
divorced.
Famously.
divorced. I left Yinanog, and on my way back to Earth, where I landed in the 1980s.
Oh.
I went to Middle Earth.
Earth.
I was like, maybe the past will actually be better for me, because I was like, I can see they have cars, and those are frightening to me. I didn't know what they were. So I tried the past, and of course the past of Earth is Middle Earth.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
And I was there for quite a long time. And then I went to the 80s, and Neil Gaiman stole my life story.
I see.
I see.
He has been doing a lot of crummy stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm glad someone's finally
His whole
holding him to
career.
account.
Yes. I guess stealing my life story is now in the, I don't know, not even top 50 worst things he's done, apparently.
My God. But tell us, Amoenus, when you were in the past of Earth, which was, of
Yes.
course, Middle Earth.
Of course.
So when exactly did you land there? Are we talking like before before Eru Iluvatar reshaped the world to be a sphere? Are we talking
before the seas were bent? Yes.
Yes.
It was before that.
Oh.
The unbent seas were also not for humans, though, just to be
And-
clear.
No, they were worse. In fact, there were
Yeah.
giant monsters in them.
Oh!
Ooh, I don't like that. Or I suppose we do. Fluval. Sorry, Fluval disappearing was more frightening to me than monsters because
He has Fledville.
Oh, that's good. You got me.
he has Floodfall.
I have Fledville. But now I have Returnedville.
Oh, like the king, return.
Yeah, call
of the
me
king.
Aragorn, because I'm back, baby.
Where was the fish and rider? Where was the trivia that was blowing?
Amoenus, were you
Yes.
actually there for when Eru Iluvatar began the first song, the Song of Creation?
No, I'm not that old.
No.
Tom Bombadil, as he showed on my show, and I would like to point out here that if you watch Rings of Power, Tom Bombadil there is accurate to how I portrayed him, which is the real Tom Bombadil. Same accent.
Yep.
That's true.
A little bit mysterious and kind of scary. So
Also
I
has a
think
weirdly
the
Christian
producers-
picture in his house.
Yes. And I am grateful that the producers took the time to get Tom Bombadil right.
I am as
Even though I
well.
did it first. I did it first.
So I guess you wouldn't know if Eru Iluvatar played Hot to Go.
No.
No.
I've never heard the song of the Ainur.
I see.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Because I do have the song ready to
Oh,
play
I was-
here.
Do you have Hot to Go?
No, I have that.
Ready?
I hate to break it to you. That was not the song that played.
It's like, I'm
When the
pretty sure
universe
that's
was-
copyrighted, Fluval.
I mean, so is what I'm about to play, but we'll roll with it, huh? The song that played when the universe was created is
Oh.
not playing.
Ah!
You gotta love all that build up. I bet it's because I said the song that played when the universe was created was
H-O.
Not redeemable for 5 minutes. Well, don't worry, I can do this.
There we go.
That was the song that played when the universe was created. It was Fluval. Imagine how much harder that joke would have hit if the timing had worked out.
They should have played Hot to Go. I think that if the Ainur had played Hot to Go, Melkor would have not been so concerned. He would not have woven his discordant tune into that Song of Creation.
The way I look at it, not to get too
F-L-U-V-A-L-N. F-E-F-L-U-V-A-L-N. Fluval. Fluval. Hey there, Cool Sheev. Oh,
Cool Sheev.
You're the only one who I would let block my view.
L-N.
Well, howdy partner needs someone to fix the jukebox, and Cool Sheev is the cat to do it. Oh! And if you want to fix this trivia, you can go to crowd.live and enter the code QCRX4, which, as was noted earlier on, was QCRX4, Quit Calling Rogue, X-Men's 4th best character.
Exactly.
QCRX4.
There we go. Thank you, Fluval.
Yes.
I was going to remind you to pronounce it.
That's for
Correctly.
Quit Calling Rogue, X-Men's 4th best character. And if you do, you can play against Selezinmore. Selezinmore. Koalotor.
Zin, like Z-Y-N.
Oh, it's Hassan's favorite elf. Apollo Koalotor. Amoenus Stormcrow. Matty the Lord Lotor Ignorant. Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 look like Lord of the Rings Trivia 1 looks Bilbo Tagin Tato's Molasses. More like Lord of the Borings. Bazonga.
Oh.
More like Board of the Rings. Samwise Walk Run. Foolish Legolas and Bootleg Bart.
Is that you, Dildo Baggins?
Bootleg Bart.
It's Dildo Baggins.
Supercalifluvialistic.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Damn 3 or 4 of us.
Dildo is one of the main characters of Board of the Rings, the
Yes.
Oh.
parody hit that is responsible for National Lampoon.
Oh.
Indeed.
I did get the chance to hang out with some young folk this weekend.
Oh.
Like people in their early 20s.
Early
and I
20s.
was-
Like 20,000s, 2000s.
No, very young. No, I just in there, 2 zeros.
The 2 zeros.
Oh.
Like 24,
Okay.
25.
My
24.
God.
They were casually using Zin, and I had never actually seen that happen before. I was
It's chewing
quite
tobacco.
shocked. No,
Oh, what?
I understand what it is.
I could see
I
intern
was just
Celebrimbor
surprised.
didn't know that chewing tobacco is back and it's hot with Gen Z.
It's huge.
Gen Z loves the chewing tobacco.
It's not tobacco?
It's just nicotine.
No, this is
it not?
nicotine.
Pure nicotine.
Nicotine.
Does that mean
Forged in the
it's...
fires of Mount Doom. It's
Is it-
chemically It's wait. It's chemically
Chemically
separated nicotine.
nicotine. In powder form.
In
I assume
powder.
Denny's will be selling it soon if it's been
Yes,
chemically
it's just
or mechanically
nicotine in a
separate.
pouch. Nicotine. It's a kick in a glass and in a pouch. They got irony poisoned into actually poisoning their gums. You hate to see it. Irony.
Is it the nicotine that contributes, that causes the cancer, or is it,
I mean, it's multiple
The
things that
tobacco.
causes the cancer.
or is it only the combination thereof?
Zin,
Your
nicotine.
love of the halfling's weed has given you emphysema, my friend.
No, nicotine does not cause cancer. Nicotine is the addictive substance, but the harmful effects are mostly the tobacco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, one can chew gum, and they won't get
But
cancer.
one cannot also walk.
One does not simply chew gum.
Certainly not into Mordor.
You must blow it into a bubble
and to fly there.
and fly there like on the backs of the talking eagles.
Why did they not just blow big bubbles from gum and fly to Mordor.
My favorite part is that when Numenor had a succession crisis, one of them just blew a big bubble, and they're like, well, clearly he is favored.
Yeah, Oh, okay. Yeah, because the...
Also, Radio Free Multiverse, a smokeless alternative.
Yeah.
So it's better. Watch Grand Trivia on your smoke break. You get to smoke some planets.
Not yet caught up, and planets are for now legal.
Yes, destroying
Yes.
planets is for now legal. People might have missed the wind-up as a planet started to get destroyed, but then I decided to leave it to your imagination like Hitchcock.
Ha!
You know, what's about the planets you don't see destroyed.
It's true. That is true.
But you can join our game of trivia by going to crowd.live and entering the code QCRX4, or you can play against Selez and Mor, Opala Lotor, Amoenus Storm Crow, Matty the Lord. Yeah, you can still hear me. Matty the Lord Ignorant, Lord of the Rings Trivia 3. Oh, that was Fool Aloof, by the way.
Thank you for...
Well done,
Bilbo Taginto Tatos. Bilbo Taginto's Molasses. More like Lord of the Borrings, Bazanga. More like Board of the Rings, 8. Samwise Walk Run in 9th. Foolish in 10th. Lego Lass in 11th. Boot like Bark
Run.
in 12th. Board of the Rings in 13th. And Specific Ranarth, Chieftain of the Dunedain, in 13th. And Entebay
And
in
Bay.
15th.
Hell yeah.
Tolkien didn't write enough about the Entebay.
Well, it's one of the mysteries of the world is where did the Ent Bay go?
Yes.
After the Second Age.
Yes, you know, Entmoots really lost their joie de tree when the Entebay left. Upper Denki Zenachino. Phrases like that seem a worse poison than nicotine.
What does it mean?
Upper Decky Zenachino?
Like when you stick the Neo Chaw up in your upper lip and hold
Yeah.
it there.
Oh, old Entebay biscuits. I love that. I thought it was like an upper decker, like when you poop in the upper part of a toilet, the tank, to like really just
yeah.
fuck up someone's day.
Well, you know who else fucks some people's day?
Who?
Our player in 16th, their 16th player, Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers.
Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers.
Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers of the Rings. It's not unlike that. Are there upper deck cards named after chewing tobacco? Probably.
I'm sure someone pitched that at some point.
Yeah. Like it's Peter Jackson. Do Lord of the Rings upper deck cards about chewing tobacco.
Neo Chaw.
Chewing pipe weed.
Chewing weed.
And,
oh, wait.
and Gandalf blew wondrous shapes out of the bubbles he blew while eating it. While chewing it, he didn't eat it. He knows that that's stuck in your intestines for a long time.
Gandalf,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
just stare at it, eat it.
Welcome, new friend.
Yes, welcome to following us and thus becoming better than other lowly humans.
You are. You
You
really
are, and you can still join our game of trivia by going to crowd.live and entering the code QZR X4. Like specific Alatar the Blue. Now I
The
do think
blue.
I do think some of you have probably set up multiple accounts based on these names. So I'm gonna get our trivia underway with the iconic
Welcome to House
Kurgal.
Juin.
And here it goes. In 2, 1. The doors of Durin are the western entrance to the dwarven city of Khazad-dûm. They were built by Celebrimbor and which dwarf? Dori, Narvi, Nori, Ori.
I'm so glad, Missy.
The doors of Durin, which of course you're very familiar with, are the western entrance to the dwarven city of Khazad-dûm. They were built by Celebrimbor and which dwarf? Obviously, Dori builds doors. Says Fool Aloof. I know you know the answer, but let's wait for you to weigh in until after everyone
sure.
else has had their chance to answer.
And did you know this particular dwarf, Amoenus, in your time on
I-
Middle Earth?
No, I wanted to, but the first place I landed was among the elves, so it took some time for me to be considered cool enough to hang out with the dwarves, because there's obviously some bad blood. You know, it doesn't get covered enough, but the elves did a wholesale genocide of dwarves at first.
Yep.
They didn't consider them sentient for quite a long time. That's the origin of the bad blood. So I think it's quite fair that the dwarves do not care for the elves quite so much. Because again of the genocide.
That does put it in a bit of a different light than you might expect.
It really does.
So I guess then something had happened that the Fluval did not expect. Because he knew it was. I mean, I knew, but you know, it's wild that that's the origin, and that just gets sort of glazed over.
It's very underplayed. It's in the Silmarillion, of course. It explains that the elves thought they were simple beasts and hunted them.
They hunted them.
Like
Hunted
damn.
Game but also just pests like rats to be exterminated.
I think that's
Which is
yeah,
crazy because if you're an elf, these things have legs, ears, they're talking, they got eyes.
Yeah.
You know, they look a lot more like an elf than a rat.
Yeah. That is a wild background. Why elves have such
Truly.
tragic backstories
Yeah.
in Divinity,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, other things, the North Pole. They've had a rough go of it. But
Isn't it? Oh, elves, not dwarves. Okay.
elves.
Okay.
Elves. No, like they who have the rings under the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, three of
Yes.
them.
3 of them. But
I don't want to do the rest of the poem in case it's one of the questions.
yeah, don't do the rest of it. But
But I will count it. Someone asked, shouldn't it be Lord of the Ring? No, he's Lord of all of the rings.
Yeah.
yes, there's
The whole problem.
there's multiple rings.
That's the whole problem.
Yes, if he was only Lord of the Ring, it would be a much easier thing to solve.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But do you know which of these dwarves worked with
Yes.
Celebrimbor to build the doors of Durin?
This is a rare, nice tee-up question, because if you know the Hobbit, you know that Dori, Nori, and Ori were all on the quest to Erebor, so they couldn't possibly have built
Exactly.
the doors of Durin. So the answer is, of course, Navi.
Yes, it is in fact Narvi. As 4 of you said, 7 of you
Ha-ha!
said Dori, 6 of you said Nori, and 3 of you said Ori. But it is in fact Narvi, who was a renowned dwarven craftsman person.
Oh, I like that I'm kind of fading under Prince Durin, as if I'm like remembering back and like thinking of him, like, oh yeah, I miss that guy.
You know what I remember and reminisce about?
What?
The leaderboard, where Amoenus Stormcrow is in first, Opala Kualortor in second, Specific Alatar the Blue in third, Foolish in fourth, Specific Anaranth, Chieftain of the Dunedain, in fifth, Entbay in sixth, Scout in seventh, Bilpo Tagantoes Molasses in eighth, Samwise Walk Run in ninth, Kelezinmor in tenth, more like Lord of the Rings in 11th. Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 look like Lord of the Rings Trivia 2. I drifted into the count for some reason. What the fuck in 13th? Matty the Local Ignorant in 14th. More like Lord of the Borings. Bazonga! Tied with Board of the Rings for 14th. Bootleg Bart in 17th. Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers of the Rings. Blah. And Legolas bringing up the rear in 9th.
Fascinating
19th.
that 3 different people got it wrong at the exact same time
Absolutely, absolutely.
and lost exactly 830 points.
Amoenus got it right the fastest in 10 seconds. I don't know if that's correct. Interesting crowd purr. I am skeptical of you as we go to question number 2. Which sword was reforged from the shards of Narsil? Anduril, Glamdring, Orcrist, or Sting? This question has, I believe, been on the show before.
I mean, this one's obvious.
Return of the question. And Foolish Mofo 1 is foolish. But who's the more foolish? The fool or the Foolish Mofo 1?
Mofo
Fooloof
1.
and Foolish Mofo 1. You're going to have to fight to the death.
Yes, they have to have a fool off. Especially,
will have
and this
to
is a
have a
question that
fool off.
Amoenus has said is easy.
To the death.
Come on, this is so easy. And again, if you know The Hobbit, you should know this one.
That is true. That is true. If you know The Hobbit, you should know this one. If you know Lord of the Rings, you should know this one.
Orc
Orc Christ. Yes. Well, let's see what everyone picked. 14 of you
There we
said
go.
Andoril. None of you.
Flame of the West.
Yes, Flame of the West. None of you said Glamdring. One of you
This
said
one was
Orcrist.
invented by a writer.
It was invented by a writer. One of you said Sting, who it was famously on Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, yes, famously.
And
If you love a ring, set it free, 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 set ring free.
but the correct answer is, of course, Andoril, Flame of the West. Narsil was the sword Isildur used to cut the one ring from Sauron's hand
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
during the final, during the
yeah.
final war of the
I
Last
remember him
Alliance.
being handed the sword like that. Yeah.
It was also wielded by King Elendil. Glamdring is Gandalf's sword.
Yeah.
Orcrist is the mate of Glamdring and was wielded by Thorin Oakenshield.
Biter and Beater.
Yes, exactly. And Sting is an elven short sword wielded by both Bilbo and Frodo Baggins.
And we have our first move in the Fool Off.
Uh-oh.
Foolaloof has pushed Foolish Mofo 1 onto a banana peel.
Oh dear.
Foolish Mofo 1, how do you respond?
And we also had movement on the leaderboard. But not in first place, where Amoenus Storm Crow is still in first place. Apollo Notor in second. Foolish in third. Kelazinmore in fourth. And Foolish, hashtag real, hashtag official, now in fifth place. Frodo of the 9 finger bangers of the rings got it right the fastest, getting 919 points. While by Legolas lost the most points,
Oh dear.
losing 925.
There should be more large dogs.
They are called wargs in the service of Saruman.
Saruman.
I see.
Sharky.
Sharky.
Well, now let's move on to question number 3 for the Elven Kings.
We have a respond move.
Oh,
Foolish
pushes into the
Mofo
dead
1.
marshes. But what is the name of Gandalf's horse? Elrod, Bill, Shadowfax, or Snowmane?
I believe one of these is a baseball player.
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Right and fast.
These are all real horses who are part of Tolkien's legendarium.
Yes, of course.
Oh, again, I know you know
There's a
Amoenus
baseball
Storm
player.
Crow.
There's a famous cheater and football coach.
What?
Bill
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick.
They are real horses that were made up by a writer. Bill the horse.
Oh no, apparently.
Elrod, of course, is also famously the son of Josh Gad in Genesis book 46.
That's true. Apparently, the browser source has just been playing YouTube, and so now it's playing the frequency of God.
What?
That was the frequency of God.
That was. But
Yep.
now let's. So you know what is the correct
Potato.
They get
answer?
huge
Boil
guns.
Shadowfax, Lord of the Mirrors.
Yes, it is. But one of you
Bill.
said Elrod, one of you said Bill,
Bill the
13
Pope.
of you said Shadowfax, and one of you said Snowmane. But the correct answer is in fact Shadowfax, chieftain of the legendary Miras.
Quick, play the Russian deep borehole. Cancel out the god. But we have a response in the Fool battle.
Oh, this isn't
Okay.
working great. I
Full
can't
aloof
zoom. I want to scroll
claims.
this, and I can't scroll it.
They bounce off the marsh comically and smack you with a marshmallow pie to Foolish
Oh,
Mofo
there's
1.
Jason Derulo.
It is back in your court, Foolish Mofo.
No, what is a marshmallow pie?
I assume
I think it's like a moon pie, right?
or it's like a
sour,
pie,
like a cream pie, not like that
but
kind.
with
But
the
like,
It would be the
gunk.
like mush, the like whipped, the like whipped
Yeah.
mush.
yeah, like what you hit them
fillings.
in the face with on an
Oh,
old vaudeville show.
I see.
Oh,
Of course.
the Argyle is here! Arrived
well,
precisely when they meant to!
We have
Perfect.
hit our participant limit, so we might have to think about
Uh-oh.
upgrading.
Grim
Oh, can you boot some of the inactive or duplicate people?
Yeah,
It's
I'll
Mallowy.
boot. I'll boot people. I'll boot people so you can join. I'll boot specific Anoranth Chief of the Dunedain.
Hey.
Hey there, cool Sheev. Ow!
Oh.
Lena, we will fix that shortly. Do not worry.
Oh, we will.
Okay, and then do who hasn't answered a question yet? Then you get booted.
While Fluval is doing that, if you have any wizard
Hello,
questions for me,
CBC.
anyone in the chat, you go ahead and let me know. I'm happy to answer.
I don't know. I can't tell anyone else is a duplicate, and they've all answered except for Entbay and CBC not sleeping. So I
Have
think
you
we are
destroyed
actually
the
full of real
Bazonga one?
players. Okay, I'll destroy
Have
the
I ever
Bazonga.
destroyed a pair of bazongas? I mean,
This is as close as I'll get to destroying the Big Bang Theory.
hated foes, the Big Bang Theory. Do wizards wear underpants when children are around?
Okay, so now you can
Also,
join.
Entbay's browser crashed.
Okay, I'll also kick out Entbay.
Ooh, Amoenus, how do you feel about the Ishtari?
I really think it shouldn't have put Elaine May in director jail.
Do you mean as they're being depicted in Rings of Power?
Or just in general. Here's one while they're letting us know. Do wizards wear underpants?
You answered that already.
But it's not clear. But yes, I do when children are about. So during Ren fairs, I have a 2 pair of shorts set up. I have some very, very small biking shorts that I wear to keep everything above the tunic line, and also if there is any leaping about, you won't catch anything untoward.
So this is Shadowfax. I know you can't see Amoenus, but I mean you can, but it won't be on your video.
I'll just use my
Use your
eye.
wizardly powers. This is Shadowfax, chieftain of legendary Miras, who originally belonged to Theoden before being given to Gandalf.
Right.
And then of course here's Arod,
Ooh, show us a
who is a light horse of Rohan that was given to Legolas in the movies.
His
And he's also in
rider.
Lord of the Rings Online, led by Shadowfax, in a mission where
Oh.
the player has to stop Mordor orcs from stealing the black horses of Rohan.
Yes.
And Bill is a pony ridden by Samwise Gamgee,
Stalwart pony.
stalwart pony,
Stalwart.
also in Lord of the Rings Online. No, in Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest, and Lego Lord of the Rings.
Wiz, how would you respond to the rumors
Go!
that you have calf implants?
The only response is that is ridiculous, and I have no further response. It's insane.
Wow. Definitive denial here from Amoenus Franco on the calf implant allegation.
But about the Ishtari, do you like
Oh, yes,
pal
sorry.
around
Are you
and
friends
stuff?
with them?
Yes, I mean my favorite was Radagast the Brown. I found it offensive that Peter Jackson portrayed him as being covered in poop. That was disturbing, frankly,
did do
and not
that.
at all like the real thing. He was very clean. Animals love to groom and bathe, and so did Radagast.
Ah. The Argyle also either pals around with the Ishtari
Or is covered in
That's
poop?
good.
or one of the two.
Or is mad that Radagast was covered in poo poo?
Yeah, is it cut off Mormon undies?
I do not wear those. Are sacred ritual garments, and I would never wear them as regular underpants.
That's true. That's not what they're for.
Right.
Yeah.
Covered in poop and love to groom Radagast. Love
You know
this.
who else? I just zoomed in on you. You know what else is covered in poop?
What? Radagast, who fucks?
Our
Down the leaderboard, we're Amoenus Stormcrow, still in first place. Apala Koa Lotor in second. Foolish in third. Kelazinmor in fourth. And Foolish Real Official in fifth. Oh, Hobbit mech suits would rule.
That would rule. That would rule.
That's a very fun idea.
Yes, Amoenus is playing and guesting all at once.
Yes.
That's
Google
those are the powers
does
that you
not
have.
give the questions.
No, I did not give Amoenus any questions. Amoenus is just very knowledgeable about Middle Earth.
I played and guessed it last week, and I did not win.
No,
No.
you were
I
winning.
hope to be
You were
beaten.
doing pretty well, but then
Doing very well. I hope to be beaten.
yes. Well, let's see if you're beaten
Ah!
on question number 4. There's an annoying little bumper, but here a little banner making it so I can't go. But here we go. Question number 4. In the video game Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, players control Talion, a Gondorian ranger who bonds with the wraith of Witch Elf,
Oh.
Celebrimbor, Fëanor, Gil-galad, or Ingve.
Oh.
Is it Celebrimbor, Fëanor, Gil-galad, or Ingve?
Fascinating.
Do you know the answer to this one, Amoenus?
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to my vivid memories of Talion leading a gang of wraiths. Yeah, I kind of remember that happening. Oh yeah, yes. I know this one. I don't have a computer to play video games, of course, but if I did, I would have sunk a lot of hours into that and the sequel.
If you had a computer.
If only I did.
Amoenus on fraud watch if he doesn't win this. Oh.
I believe last week I lost on a particularly tricky bet question.
You did.
It involved food. I think that was the real hamstring one, I believe.
Yes, I believe that was what took all of your points.
Yes.
Yes.
She super does.
Geek and Sundries. Felicia Day.
I know her from the Guild.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I also saw her guest on Geekdrome. The show that Dan Trachtenberg, who directed Prey, did before he did the Totally Rad show.
Oh, fascinating.
He was an early Revision 3 host along with Jeff Kanata and Alex Albrecht.
Holy sound alert.
Holy sound alert, Batman. I know her from season 7 of Buffy, says the Argyle.
Oh. I always got her confused in my head with the lady who plays Willow on Buffy.
Yes.
Allison Hannigan.
They just look the same
Potatoes.
to me.
Boil them,
Who was
mash them, stick them in a
an
stew.
excellent co-host on Fool Us for a long time.
Yes. From How I Met Your Mother.
Ah, Gilgamesh's sidekick.
Potatoes.
Boil
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. So what do you think? Well, let's see what everyone picked.
Ain't
Yeah.
you do?
5 of them
Gilgamesh's
picked Celebrimbor. 8 of them said Fëanor of the Hammer. 2 of you said... What's up? Who do they look like? Them?
Who do they look like?
Who do they look like?
Don't they look like aliens?
Them. They look like giant ants. Cool.
Oh. I thought they were the ones where he
confused.
puts on the glasses and they're like, eat, consume.
That's They Live, so I guess
That's
that could
They
also
Live.
be them. I guess, is there a question mark
Gil
at the
Daddy.
end of them?
I like Elendilf.
Because I think
Oh, she's
Them
Lena,
look
I
like-
didn't know that. That's fun, Lena.
them
amazing.
look like giant ants.
Oh.
In the classic monster movie, Them!
them.
Where giant ants come to Earth and cause mischief.
What a wonderful title. Oh,
Yeah.
now it looks like I'm like remembering them. Like, I really
Another
miss
player
those
trying to get in.
ants.
Well, I believe we are totally maxed
We're
out.
completely full. You should join earlier.
Sorry.
I have
Oh, a tribute has been sent. So
What this
if
is
anyone
proving
would
is
like
we
us
have
to
to-
destroy a name, let us know,
yes.
and
and
we
we
will
will-
destroy that name.
We will look into how we can increase the count for next week's trivia.
The prequel to us, them.
It's so cool to see Amoenus in studio. Too.
Yes,
Amoenus is here on the Radio Free Multiverse
Very nice.
satellite
Very nice
once
to be here.
again.
Oh, we
I
can
will have
kick
to
Enpei.
return to
I
my
did kick
chamber
Enpei.
of rest soon, but
I
it
kicked
is nice
Enpei.
to get out here.
But also, it's time for receiving our glorious tributes. Play that bumper!
That's my favorite bumper.
This is from Things from the Void. It's a little tricky to see,
Yeah.
so let me make it more visible, but it is Arod.
Nicholas, A-Rod.
Incredible. Oh, F's in the chat for Entbay.
The speed at which Things from the Void makes things is truly incredible.
Yes, the Entbay have been removed from this game of trivia, much like they are removed from Middle Earth.
She has gone wandering, and we shall never know where.
Never. Now, what did you think was the correct answer here, Amoenus?
Oh,
Well,
One Piece
it's
read
Calais
that guy.
Brimbor because the story is just as much about Talion's life and redemption as it is Calais Brimbor.
Wait, Celebrimbor becomes a wraith?
Well, yeah, because of his grave error and sin in helping
Yeah.
Sauron forge the rings, he's seeking redemption, and he sees Talion as a way to perhaps redeem himself and become the Bright Lord, because he still loves rings. It turns out.
Oh.
But he thinks that the way to fight Sauron is to use the rings against him, sort of like Boromir pitched.
Okay,
Yeah.
so by using the
Yeah.
rings, he wraiths himself.
Well,
No.
I mean, so in the game again, I don't have a computer game, never played it, but they have an excellent system called the Nemesis system, which was used only for this game and the sequel, and
Yeah.
which Electronic Arts has seen fit to simply let rot.
Yes,
but
and
you
they
could,
patented it, so no one else
yes,
can use
so
it.
that no one else can use it. But they don't use it for anything.
No.
But you can essentially capture orcs and sort of brand them and bend their will to yours, just like Sauron is doing, except you make them on your side. And you can fight chieftains, and they have different personalities and voices, and they like learn.
Kumail Nanjiani
quite
voices one of
fascinating.
them.
Oh.
In the sequel, yes,
Yeah.
he is one of the orcs. Yes.
And the game's plot is that Sauron captures Tali and his wife and son while they're in the midst of being human sacrificed by
Yes.
the black
no.
hand of Sauron.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so...
Because they want to summon Celebrimbor's spirit.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
What?
Isn't the only way to become a wraith...
He's not that kind of wraith. He's not a ring wraith.
Oh, okay.
Well, he kind of
Well,
is.
It's complicated, but wraiths are not the only thing in the unseen world.
No.
Okay.
Elves also exist partly in the unseen world. For example, Gil Galad.
This one was invented
should
by
be
a
quite
writer.
bright actually. If you can see the unseen world, because you can see his like spirit self
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
unseen world.
So technically anything in the unseen world can be a wraith.
Well,
No.
no, sorry. I was trying to say there is more to the unseen world than ring wraiths.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
But he is referred to
But-
as the
but
wraith
he-
of him.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they,
Daddy.
they didn't have Tolkien there to help them write it, so it gets a little bit
I
squishy
see.
at times. But
Yeah. And they
I'm like, why did he become a wraith? He was a good
yeah,
guy.
and Celebrimbor-
well, because he
didn't
has
need
unfinished
to.
business with that's like
Yeah.
ring related. So
and
fair.
Celebrimbor has amnesia, so you have to help him recover his memory, and Gollum helps you.
yeah, you don't know that he's Celebrimbor in the first game until later.
Oh.
In the second game, it's like clear because like look, the first game happened. We're in the second game now, and you're sort of trying to
Spoiler
wage
alert.
He's Nazgul.
The second one's called Shadow of War, and the idea is that you are going to war against the Nine and Sauron.
Yeah.
I see.
But of course, you fail inevitably
You have to.
because
Shadow.
then the
Shadows never change.
That's right.
But yeah, you fail because the Lord of the Rings happens.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it essentially all takes place shortly before the events of the book, so it's like pretty late Third Age set game.
Okay. Riddles in the dark.
Yes.
Turn on a light.
Their
Riddles
mission.
in the light. How about?
I bumped into a couple of deal-making fae who were very,
Oh.
very kind patrons who I had actually met in a different guise 2 years before when they had different fae guises on at the fair. And you know, there are a lot of fun things that patrons do to get really into it, and a common thing is when they're fae patrons, they'll try to make some kind of deal with you,
Right.
and like trade you a little trinket for something. and she said, I will take a cartwheel or a fun story or a riddle that stumps me.
Oh.
And so I said, I know how to trick this Fae, which is always a risky proposition. But I said, 300 white horses on a red hill.
Yes!
If they champ, and then they stand still. And she said teeth, which is incorrect. I said 300 white horses. Shark's teeth is the answer.
Right.
Oh!
A little trick. And then she gave me a very cute pair of tiny fabric fairy wings.
Aw.
It's nice.
That is a very fun thing for patrons to do. You know what else is a fun thing for patrons to do?
Check
Support
out the
us at
leaderboard.
patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse,
Yes.
where you
Do
get
it!
the satisfaction of helping us pierce the dimensional veil every single week.
And
And-
probably
and-
get less physical objects.
Yeah, that'll probably be changing, so keep your eyes peeled.
And upgrade your crowd per. to
Yes,
get
help us
more,
upgrade our
Yes,
crowd per
sir.
so people can play.
Yes.
It's
And you
not
can-
free.
No. Well, no, the upgraded version isn't. The current
Yeah.
version is.
Yeah.
But if you want us to add more people, it will not be free. It will not. But you know what else? What is free?
What?
The
Tell you the
suffering that has been inflicted on great players in this game of trivia, because you see, Legolas answered it wrong the fastest, losing 959 points, while Amoenus Stormcrow once again got it right the fastest, gaining 872 points. As we go to our leaderboard.
May I ask the chat why so many of you thought it was Feanor? I'm just curious.
It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Why do you think it was Feanor?
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Because he has a hammer.
It's
'Cause
not
if
a
you
criticism.
don't-
I was just wondering.
Know that he's hiding out in the halls of Mandos. Like, I could see him just, like, dicking around.
Wait, he's hiding out in the halls of Mando. Is he allowed to take his helmet off?
It's the Doom of Mando. Maddie, that's very funny. For Wraithish, that makes sense.
That's what'll get you.
Yeah, like, he was a dick. Kinda.
Kella
Kinda.
Grimbor does wield the hammer as like because there are times where you can kind of fight alongside the Wraith form with like higher level moves, and he's like using his hammer as his weapon.
Can we all just appreciate this real quick? He asked for one of the Argyle's glorious pubes. They said nay. Thrice! Thus, he became a wraith.
Ooh, room for a new player.
Yeah, I think there might be room for one.
Oh, look at these standings. Oh no, I'm pulling ahead.
Oh!
That planet was destroyed by Little
Little
Sentient Radio.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
little sentient radio.
Yes, Amoenus is kind of pulling ahead with Foolish in second. And Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 makes Lord of the Rings Trivia 2 look like Lord of the Rings Trivia 1.
See, the Argyle was just a little bit late.
Yes, the Argyle.
I'm sorry, they
Potatoes,
arrived exactly when they
boil
meant
them, mash
to.
them, stick them in a stew.
Yes. But now there's time for question number 5. Which of these is not one of
Oh,
the
no.
items from the Denny's Hobbit menu? Dwarves, turkey and dressing dinner. Gollum's precious slam, the Hobbit hole breakfast, or the Lonely Mountain treasure.
Ooh,
Three
I
of
like
these are on the Denny's Hobbit menu. One of them we made up.
Gollum's
this-
precious slam.
I was waiting for this phase. I was like, when's it gonna get to the really insane ones? That's
Fluval
tough.
always knows how to level the playing field.
I found clue menu items while looking up clue things. Almost said you, ooh, maybe we'll have to do clue
menu
trivia.
items.
Send them!
Oh yeah, the Professor Plum, whatever, the Colonel Mustard, plate of mustard.
We had a friend who
Candles,
consumed
candle
one
sticky
once.
bread.
Yes.
A plate
Yes.
of mustard. I mean,
You
We have
ate
a friend
plate
who
of
just ate a
mustard?
plate of mustard.
he was very high.
Yeah.
Was it deli?
No, it was
Dijon?
French's.
Wow.
Yellow. There was nothing in I guess the dorm room
Yes.
or the frat
okay.
house.
In the
I'm
dorm
not
room.
sure which
That
one.
explains it all.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I know a mortal who got scurvy in college twice.
On purpose? Because I know someone
No.
who got scurvy on purpose.
Why would you do it on purpose?
To see.
I also had that question. He was curious what would happen first if he consumed no nutrients.
Intern Forrest knows no one who got scurvy in college. He just wants to
What would
throw
happen
that out
for?
there.
And he didn't think, well, perhaps I should read medical literature on the subject.
You know, he was a Boy Scout, so he only got like so far.
You know, the Korean person who joined is, I believe, a scoutmaster, if I'm interpreting their name correctly.
Who?
Who followed?
The Korean user
Oh!
who joined.
Yeah, who followed Radio Free Multiverse. And yes, you do get other things with paid crowd per, so it wouldn't just be
And I
helping.
think they may be in the trivia as scout.
They might be scout. That would make sense.
Oh, Scout. Welcome.
Someone who got trench foot? Oh my goodness.
They never changed their socks. They like their socks got wet and they didn't change. That's how you get trench foot, right?
Well, no, maybe they thought that they were living at the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain,
Hello.
you never change your socks.
Yeah, you never change.
Oh.
And the
And
socks.
the little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks.
Now,
Bacon cheddar ranch. They say it grows on trees.
Scoutmaster friend, tell us, did any of your scouts ever get trench foot
Or scurvy.
Welcome.
or
Yes.
scurvy?
Please let us know.
Let us know.
Welcome
This is
to.
important.
They
No,
have chosen the English name Young Popcorn.
That rules.
Love
No,
this.
you never have to in the Big
Love
Rock Candy
this.
Mountains because they stay dry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you never change your socks. Then the little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks. But there ain't no short-handled shovels.
No.
No axes, saws, or picks.
Nope.
They hung the jerk who
I love
invented
my
work.
scurvy wife.
I love my scurvy wife.
Wet Socks is at a music festival.
Ooh,
Hearing that
you
this
have to
happened
keep
at a
those
music
socks, Jen.
festival,
That makes sense.
perfect sense.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I understand everything about this
These are
situation
also
now.
issues that you have to watch for when camping at a Ren fair. You must bring several changes of socks.
That's true.
Keep them changed. Keep them dry.
I mean, I don't have to.
well, no, yeah.
Because I just fly about.
Right. You wouldn't need to stay the night in a tent.
No, I would
don't
just
know
be
that
like this.
BTS
Oh, look at me. I'm at a Ren
stands
fair.
for Boy Scouts.
And then?
And then, pal, you're not.
Pow.
And now I'm back.
Oh!
Well, you say pow, I'm not. I believe you mean it would be more like I'm
Yes. Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
the sound I was attempting to.
not. Yeah. I'm out of there.
Bulletproof Boy Scouts is the intern. What? Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Oh. Well,
That's
I've
what BTS
known-
means?
I dated a number of people in the same Boy Scout troop.
I thought you were
Um,
going to say you dated a bulletproof Bull Scout, Boy Scout. I was
you-
wondering how you knew that.
They were
That's
not
a good-
bulletproof.
You
that I
slept your
can
way through a Boy Scout troop? Can I please ask you, this is so important to know, how
Yeah.
old were you?
I was in college,
And
and
so
they
were
were
they.
also. They were all Eagle Scouts, and they.
Okay,
So they were all
alright.
Eagle Scouts from the same
Okay.
troop.
Okay, got it.
Key
Alright.
clarification.
Key. Everyone here,
Important
adults.
information to know.
Da-da-da-da. Ego Scouts. Now that's something. Yes, they hike and camp exclusively on Ego, the living planet.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, that's what I call Sailor Moon and her friends. They are so full of themselves.
Got him.
Got him. Anyway, which of these do you think is not on the Denny's Hobbit menu?
I
The
mean-
Dwarves Turkey and Dressing Dinner, Gollum's Precious Slam, the
I
Hobbit Hole
was-
Breakfast.
I
Was
was
a-
fairly certain that A and C were real.
Okay.
So it was kind of a 50-50, and I went with Lonely Mountain Treasure just because they usually put something more branded in the name
Well, let's see what everyone
than
did.
treasure.
8 said Dwarves Turkey and Dressing Dinner. 5 said Gollum's Precious
Uh-oh.
Slam. 1 said Hobbit Hole Breakfast. 3 said Lonely Mountain Treasure. The correct answer is golems. Precious, Slam. The rest are all real.
That's a good one, Fluve.
Yeah,
That's a really good one.
I did have it down to the 50-50 then.
you did.
What was the Lonely Mountain Treasure?
Woo! Yeah, what is that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Because it was a little something.
Damn it!
So you can't quite read it, but it says, "Behold our treasure, our delicious seed cake French toast cut into 9 squares and served with a side of cream cheese icing for dipping. Perfect for sharing on your
nine for
adventure."
the customers doomed to die.
They also have Radagast's red velvet pancake puppies.
What?
Start off your first breakfast or second breakfast with 6. I'm gonna fix this. Wait, I'm gonna make it.
What is a
USB.
pancake puppy?
That's why I have to show you this.
Farscape Denny's menu! It's
that'd be
Chiana's fish and chips!
1 BBBR. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Okay, here you go. It's Radagast's pancake puppies.
Puppies.
So they're like hush puppies made of pancake, I think is the idea.
See.
Huh.
So just balls of pancake batter.
Yes, essentially. And you know it.
H-Dub, that might be a clue
It's-
for future questions.
What?
That the one that's too good is often not the
Oh,
real
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
often from the mind of Fluval.
Yeah, that's why they should hire me to write
They
for
should.
Denny's menus.
Void had them. They were fine.
Well, because Void has famously had the Hobbit menu.
I see.
Oh, is it because they're gold? Is that why they're the treasure?
I guess, because it looks kind of like
I
a pot of
suppose
gold.
so.
Am I-
Seed cake French toast.
Reading too into it? Because Radagast's red velvet pancake puppies doesn't make any fucking sense.
I think it's because Radagast
Dogs?
starts with R, and so does Red.
100%.
I
100%.
think,
That's
Yeah.
all it
I think
is.
that's probably it. Because Radagast, famously brown.
Famously the brown. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta just be that they're like Radagast.
Radagast.
Radagast. I see. Okay, that sounds good. Right, right. That
I
sounds
was
right.
I was aghast after I read this description.
Well, there's the Bilbo's Berry Smoothie, made with a delicious blend of raspberries, blueberries, pomegranate, and non-fat yogurt. It's a refreshing treat after a long day's journey. And then the Lone Lands Campfire Cookie Milkshake,
That's insane.
traveling through
Why
the
would
Lone
you bring
Lands.
the Lone Lands into it? That's so bizarre.
Be sure to bring this yummy milkshake along.
What are the Lone Lands?
Also, this milkshake was $3.69.
Ooh. What a time.
Right?
The Lone Lands, they don't really come up much, especially in the Hobbit films. But it's the area between Bree and the Trollshaws where Rivendell is. So they go through the Lone Lands, but they don't really talk about it, I don't think.
But it's where the trolls are?
Yes, where they encounter the trolls, yeah.
Okay.
And here's the Hobbit Hole breakfast. 2 eggs fried right into the center of grilled cheddar bun halves.
Ooh.
Served with 2 slices of bacon and crispy hash browns and melted shredded cheddar cheese and bacon.
If that wasn't made by Denny's, that sounds amazing.
And there's the Build Your Own Hobbit Slam. Try our 3 new Hobbit-inspired editions, along with all of your
Build Your
regular
Own
Build Your Own
Hobbit.
Grand Slam. Yes, you can build your own Hobbit.
Well, then what is the Golem's Precious Slam?
We made it up.
Oh, that's the not
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Why-
that was the fake
why
one.
did
That's
I
where
ask that?
Gollum
Sorry.
fucks you.
Yes, it's
I
where
mean,
Gollum
yes.
slams you and jams you. Here's the Smaug's Fire Burger. And then
That is the one thing that I had from this item, and I had forgotten it until you showed it to me
with
just
the
now.
7 pepper blend.
Nice.
Yes, not fantastic. That was, I believe, also the thing item from the Fantastic Four menu. I'm pretty sure it was that.
It's all just the same food. They just like
Basically,
give them different names.
No, I mean 100% that they just give it different names.
all of their vendors have only so many menu items to provide.
Exactly. There's not a ton of options.
There are so many ways to prepare a frozen beef puck.
I'm trying to make it so you can be seen a little better. But then there's also here's the dwarves' turkey and dressing dinner, which is
Ooh.
tender sliced turkey breast, savory stuffing, gravy, and cranberry sauce. Just like a
Yum.
Thanksgiving meal. And then
Alright.
Bilbo's breakfast feast.
All these things are under $10.
Oh, that's why I can't see you. Is because this. There we go. You got censored by the Federation for a Clean Cosmos again.
Once again. Well, I was leafing through my old copy of PlayWiz.
Ah, I see.
So
I see.
I get
See,
why.
there you go. Now you're back.
I forgot
Now
I was
you're-
on camera. I thought I could.
Now you're gone?
I could look at this centerfold now.
Now you're back. Now you're gone. Now you're back. Now you're gone. Now you're back. That was a fun game just for me. But let's get back to the game of trivia, because remember, that's what this show is. 5 of you got it right. It was Gollum's Precious Slam. Now, Wiz got that wrong, so let's go to the leaderboard. But nonetheless, Amoenus Stormcrow holding on to first place, with Foolish flying to second. Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 in third. Samwise Rock Run in fourth, and Apollo
you
Koala
foolish.
Lotor in fifth. Foolish got the most points on that question, getting 719.
Well done.
While Legolas lost the most, losing 900. And
Ha-ha!
26. Now that was question 5.
Which
means-
means.
Nothing, for no reason. I just thought I'd mention it.
Oh.
Oh.
On an unrelated note, oh, they got ads during that too. Redactron got an ad for magnesium.
Oh.
Itch Dot says it feels like the app is mocking me when it says "way to go." Things from the Void says I only got one ad though, and it had a dog in it though. So I
Oh.
mean,
That's not the worst.
it's not the worst, but you know what is the worst?
What?
This segment. But it does mean you didn't
It's
have
not
to.
the worst.
It's not a raffle, also, which is I think a key thing
Right.
to underscore. There was no purchase necessary, and you don't get anything of monetary value. You just get the satisfaction of inflicting suffering on these tickets because they'd rather be apart. This is like making them eat that dwarf's, like making them eat a dwarf's turkey and dressing dinner when they'd rather not be together.
Do you think that it's made of dwarf?
Yeah, I mean, if
Like
if
how the
Baldur's
elves...
Gate 3 is
Yeah,
anything to
it's,
go
it's
by,
actually machine separated dwarf.
Ah!
and only the dark urge can eat it.
So how does someone win this raffle?
It's not
Ha!
a raffle. It's not a raffle, but we are pulling tickets, and we'll send you a ticket.
Elf struded.
Elfstruded.
Elf-struded.
Feanor came up with the method long ago. It was so precious.
And his hammer doubles as a meat tenderizer. Oh no, you lost a jewel in the beef.
Dwarf.
Dorf on Gorf.
Yeah, he took the shoes right off his knees.
Dorf. Son of Gorf. Dorf, son of Glorf.
Would you like to say that one again? Flu?
Dorf, son of Gorf.
Okay.
Like, son of Gloin.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
That was the joke.
Our first ticket.
You can
Oh,
tell you, I can tell you loved it at Turn Color Boy.
it was your best one yet.
I think it really was. But let's pivot away from Dorf and to our
Yes,
game.
much love to Ripley the dog.
Ripley, the
Uh,
dog. What's the first ticket?
We're gonna pivot on Dorf, are we?
Pivoting away from Dorf.
3966 85.
Almost the number of the beast.
3966 85.
5.
The number of the beast on our Christian wacky ticket reunification game.
65.
Dorf on the. Oh.
Lena.
I don't need to
Sorry,
know what
Mr.
Dorf
Conway. We are pivoting away from Dorf.
Well, if see, Facebook falsified how popular Dorf was.
Yeah. I heard the actor who plays Prince Durin. Darn, he's Scottish as heck. He sure is.
you're trying not to annoy the Federation
I don't want to
for
get
clean
censored
Cosmos.
again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only a few months left on Irish unification.
I can't believe you're so worried about getting censored.
Our next ticket, 3969. Nice. 54. 3969. 54.
Wow, they did. They struck again.
They struck again. That. Okay, do I not get censored? Oh. They're a little slow on me.
Hello?
Oh my god, Full Loop has 954.
Whoa,
6954.
Winner. Two winners already.
Amazing.
You fool of aloof.
Bleeping the raffle number for ultimate clarity.
You fool of a...
Our next ticket.
You fools.
My long bottoms and half-foots, it's hard.
396.
I haven't gotten to as much as I'd like.
Okay.
That was
And I
Bilbo,
don't-
not me.
As half as much as you deserve.
That was Bilbo, not me. I would never say that.
He's quoting Bilbo.
Yeah.
Sorry. Intern Christy Brimbor is trying to read this number so hard.
Yeah.
396785. 396785.
Thank you for getting us back on track, intern Prancing Pony.
Say the line, Bart.
Thank you so much. I'm intern Christy. Thank you so much. Our next ticket. 396720. Only a few hours after 420.
They're all out of Glug license plates. Oh, excuse me. My son is also named Glug.
It's Glug, son of Glug.
Yes, Glug, son of Glug. Because the orc theme parks are not to be missed.
One number off. Ha! Suffering.
Oh my
Mr.
goodness.
Lurch's Wild Ride.
Sorry, miss.
Our limiters are still off in case any of you doubted. Thank you for the reminder that I need to restore our limiter.
Don't put on the limiter because
Ooh, baby, I like it.
Oh no!
Yeah, baby, I
yeah.
I
Lena
guess I
took
better
it
put on my
one.
sunglasses because this part got a little unbuttoned. It's me, Stan the Man Lee here.
Oh.
Bort.
My son is also named Bort.
Hello?
Hello! Yes, it's me, Stan the Man Lee here, the greatest writer since J.R.R. Tolkien. Yeah. My deep lore inspired far more cinematic spectacles. So it must be better. What's the last ticket, intern Kalimbrimbor? Your dog hated the song?
3.
My best friend also has a dog named Bort. Well, they should have a dog named Spider-Man. Or Drax the Destroyer.
Oh.
Or Dr. Otto Octavius the dog. Here, Dr. Otto Octavius. Come here, Dr. Otto Octavius. You're not supposed to be outside, Dr. Otto Octavius. Come here, Flash Thompson. Get back here, Flash.
I wish that was Bort. Ed.
Well, I believe in a woman's right to choose.
Thanks, Stan. You're the man.
I am the man.
Kill that baby, Excelsior!
Yes. Think of all the
Lena-
dramatic potentials.
Lena was worried that the show was going to be too tight.
Yes.
I hope we have allayed your fears.
You know, you gotta kill your darlings.
Fluval.
Yeah, Stan left. What's up?
Oh, okay.
Stan didn't want to deal with that joke.
ticket.
What's the last ticket? This is the fifth one.
3969.
Okay.
Nice.
69.
94.
396994.
9.
And the second one went to Fulaloof.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that did get erased. Thank goodness it's not a raffle.
It's okay. I have a hard copy.
Oh no, I know you know, but we have redundancies built into this wacky ticket reunification game. What's up? I just did a weird little dance. Okay, well those are all our tickets.
Those are all our tickets. And we had 2 winners.
Yeah, not bad.
Congratulations.
Always
Well done,
2
Lena
there
Fulaloof.
are.
No winners for you,
Ooh.
1B. I'm glad
There's
we
not
kept you
always
up
2.
that late.
Oh, Specific Andrew has one.
What?
So
What?
Andrew has a
You have
the last
nice
one?
1B, BB, ah.
396994.
Congratulations,
Wow,
to Specific
3
Andrew.
winners.
Yes, you have
3 for the non-raffle winners under the sky.
I'm very excited for you to have to try to say that ticket number on your hit podcast, Rules of the Game. Specific Andrew. Be sure to check out Rules of the Game. Available
Do
wherever
it.
you get your podcasts.
Do it. Rule those games.
And some
Congratulations.
familiar voices might appear on upcoming episodes.
Congratulations to our winners
Mm.
of the raffle.
I too thought that was very funny, Wizworld Live. That sound alert. But now let's rejoin our game of trivia already in progress. With question number 6. How many rings of power are there? Type in your answer. How many rings of power are there total? Seen here is Celebrimbor pouring some into the fire, but is it all of them?
Count real quick.
Count math. Fuck you, says the Argyle. Yes.
Ha!
Yes, you have to do math.
The Argyle, I had to count it on my fingers.
I didn't, because I don't have fingers.
That's also true.
This is why I didn't say the full poem out.
You had a suspicion that this trivia might be coming?
Oh,
Is
that's
a wizard's
something like
insight?
it. Yeah.
Can't count, won't count, says plausible deniability.
Count, won't count. Crackerbox records make it. I get down.
Too
baby.
many.
I get down, baby.
By the way, this is using the rare crowd per numerical answer feature.
Yeah, we
So there is
almost never see
built-in
that.
math. So, but don't worry, someone still got a funny answer snuck in. So how many do you think there are?
2 people
Amoenus.
got funny answers.
20?
Yes, because there's 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky.
7
7
for the Dwarf Lords.
in their
in the
halls of
stone.
9 for mortal men doomed to die. And 1 for the Dark Lord and his dark throne. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them in the land of Mordor.
Ashnaz dur
Where
batuluk,
the shadows
Ashnaz gimpatul, Ashnag frakartuluk, Ag burzum ishikrimpatul. Sorry if your ears are bleeding. Sorry to anyone whose ears are now destroyed.
Bravo!
Amazing!
No,
Incredible!
This one was
the black
invented by a
speech
writer.
of Mordor.
Mordor. Frankie speaking in tongues. Well, let's see what you picked. 2 of you said 7, 2 of you said 20, 2 of you said 69. Nice. 15 say 2. 13.
25.
say 1.
7.
9, say 1. The correct answer is, of course, as we said, 20. So
20.
now let's go to our leaderboard. Where Amoenus just holding on to first place. Amoenus Stormcrow. But Foolish in second. What the fuck in third? Gaining 554.
Haha!
But Bootleg Bart didn't answer that question, so it was misleading. Amoenus Stormcrow gained the most
Wise.
points on that question. And Frodo of the 9 Finger Bangers of the Rings lost the most points, losing 849 points on that question.
Yeah, Fluval was clapping his back fins.
It was with psychic powers.
He has to clap his huge ass cheeks.
Yeah, I clapped. I famously don't have an ass, as we talked about. No, I don't.
Right.
I don't have a butthole, but I do have an ass.
Yeah. You have cheeks.
I have cheeks. We got Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
Maron.
Lock the gates
Amoenus,
of Mordor.
Yes.
tell me, how long have you had that poem of black speech memorized?
Yes.
It gets burned into your brain.
Oh, okay, okay.
Once he
I
enters
heard
your
it.
mind, you're never the same.
I heard it up close from Sauron. He was asking for notes on it.
Oh, okay.
Because at first it was a
Did
little
he go
bit
to
long.
an open mic? for that, to try it out?
No, it was a one-on-one note session that he won.
see.
I had a little contest to raise money to get to Bree because there was a music festival there at the Prancing Pony.
Oh.
And so I held an actual raffle.
I see.
Yeah, and he won. And so I went to Barad-dûr, and we did a little note session. And I was like, okay, it's catchy. And I was like, I know you're stuck with the number. 20 obviously is not a great, fun number. It's what, like flashing a hand? Like, you know, that 20 has no good grounded magical nor physical connection. I guess it's all your fingers and toes. And you know what? Maybe he
But
was
not
planning
for
to wear them all
Frodo,
like
the
that.
9 finger bangers.
Well, yeah, of course, right. But no, he wanted notes, and first it was like, and then also one for me, Sauron, the guy behind it all. That's right, I did all of this. It was me the whole time. And I was like, I understand the urge to give yourself credit, because you did pull off a fast one on literally the entire world, and now heaven is different and the world is round because of you. But I think you got to cut it so it fits inside the ring. And he's like, all right. So,
Smart.
you know. Yeah.
That was a great
He did not
note.
feed me, and I had to walk to breathe. So.
You know, I also did a fundraiser on Middle Earth. There was a theater that they needed to raise money for, the UCB, the Upright Sirdans Brigade. Because what is comedy but a ship we all keep afloat?
Oh, yes. And a comedy theater is kind of like a ship of Theseus.
Yes. It's also much like The Vision. We also have a Fluval's effect fractal about it because, as noted on the one wiki to rule them all, coincidentally, the numbers in the year of Tolkien's death correspond to how many rings were given to each race.
Oh, fascinating.
Because he died in 1973. So
wow.
1 for Sauron, 9 for mortal men doomed to die, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, and 3 for the elven king.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. And it it's reverse matching the order in the poem too.
Yeah.
It's wild, huh? It's the kind of things that would make a dumb person think it's a simulation.
Amen.
But you know, speaking of rings of power, what is the name of Galadriel's ring of power? Narya, Nenya, or Vilya? And yes, the trivia question is, speaking of rings of power, what is the name of Galadriel's ring of power? Narya, Nenya, or Vilya? Right, and as you can see right now, Amoenus is pondering Galadriel.
I'm just thinking back to her gorgeous, gorgeous hair, in which the light of the Silmarils has been carved.
I liked her romance with Runi Mara in Carol.
Spoiler for a question.
What?
I do like Nenya business.
Nenya business.
I'm pondering Galadriel so hard that it's almost like the sound has been cut on my end, and I can no longer hear. Almost like something's been muted.
Wait. Oh, I see.
That's so interesting. So lost in Galadriel's perfect eyes. Such. Vilya, stop naming rings!
I don't know how I did that.
Oh, they fuck in Iowa. Okay.
Who fucks in Iowa?
But
They do.
Elves?
Yeah, like the pubes that Feanor
Well,
has
elves
for.
fuck once and they make a kid, but they do it really well.
It's so good that you just don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Someone asked why are they two towers. That was not Tolkien's desired name for the volumes, and he actually didn't think that books 3 and 4 should go together like that. He wanted it to be one long publication with the 6 books that are in, but the 2 towers are Orthanc and Minas Morgul.
Orthanc, I hardly know Thonk. Also, your console is buzzing.
Huh.
It's not anymore.
My console.
Your console, not yours. Intern Calimbrbor, the greatest of elven smiths, had a console that was buzzing a little bit.
I was gonna say I had no console.
You had no console. Well, do you have the
Famously, I've
correct
never played
answer
a video game.
to this question?
I am not sure.
Wait, is it back?
Really?
Yes.
You are not sure the name of Galadriel's ring?
Yes, I'm not sure.
Really?
The buzzing is
I
gone.
chose Nenya, but now I think it might be Nadia, and I can't remember.
Narya. Nenya. Let's see. 4 of you said Narya. 6 of you said Nenya. 2 of you said Vilya. The correct answer is, in fact,
It is
Nenya.
Nenya.
I will never forget how Morfydd just says, Nenya, my ring. In the
correct
Rings
answer
of
is-
Power, like she's like ready to fuck that ring. She's
Nenya.
like, Nenya, my
It is
ring.
Nenya because I believe it came up in a J.D. Vance obsession. How did J.D. Vance and Nenya?
I don't.
How are
know.
those two related?
Is
But
it
Nenya-
like how all of those like weapons people
Oh,
name
yeah.
their
Well,
no,
weapons
it-
after
he-
Lord of the Rings stuff?
Yeah, so there's Anduril is the name of a horrendous
Yeah.
company, and of course Palantir,
Yes.
and then
yes,
Nenya
yes.
is one of his like VC
Oh,
funds. I
he
believe.
fucking loves Tolkien too, I see.
Yeah, it's a
And-
deal thing.
Yeah.
Fucking love this specific Andrew. Yes. Coolest 8th grader.
Very cool.
Yes, the correct answer is Nenya, the Ring of Water. It is given to Gladriel, and it remains with her all the way to the Lord of the Rings. Narya is the Ring of Fire. And it is originally owned by Gil-galad, though it makes its way to Gandalf by the time of the Lord of the Rings. And Vilya is the Ring of Air, and it finds its way to Elrond of the Majestic Curls.
No, the
What?
well, I think after. No, Gil-galad had the one of that Elrond gets, and Círdan the shipwright has the fire one, and he's the one that gives it to Gandalf. Because Círdan the shipwright has a ring, and it's the fire one, and he gives it to Gandalf when Gandalf comes back.
Yes, but who gave it to the shipwright?
He just took it. Elrond stole them, and then he jumped in the water and he swam away. Spoilers for this season of Rings of Power.
But in the books. Apparently, according to the one wiki to rule them all,
Oh.
Celebrimbor gave Narya and Vilya to Gil-galad, High King of the Noldor. And then Gil-galad
You should not
entrusted...
trust that website, by the way. The Tolkien Gateway is the actual
Good.
one that you should
Good
go
to know. Good to know.
That information that they're giving us from the Unfinished Tales. It's not the canon thing.
I see.
Gil-galad gets Vilya, Círdan gets Narya, and then gives it to Gandalf when he comes back as Gandalf the
Oh,
White.
hey, good thing that wasn't the trivia question, huh? Because you passed my test. You passed my test.
Oh,
by the
good.
way. I wanted to see, Amoenus, if you would know that the Tolkien Gateway is the
Tolkien
reliable
Gateway
one.
is far superior.
Yes, you passed my test. Congratulations on ferreting out that misinformation from a misinformation on a fandom wiki. I can't believe it.
That awful, miserable fandom wiki junk. Yeah, the Tolkien Gateway is its own different platform.
And the Tolkien Gateway doesn't even slow down my computer.
Right,
You built the gates to
it
the
runs nicely.
Yeah, it runs nicely and has accurate information. Can you believe it? Much like our leaderboard.
Aha.
Where Amoenus Stormcrow holding on to first place, Foolish in second, What the Fuck in third, Kalazinmor in fourth, Specific Alatar the Blue in fifth, Opala Koa Lotor in sixth, Bootleg Bart in seventh, Samwise Wakran in eighth, Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 looks like Lord of the Rings Trivia 2 looks like Lord of the Rings Trivia 1. Little Radio in 10th, Foolish Real Official in 11th, Bilbo Daggin Tato's Molasses in 12th, More Like Board of the Rings in 13th, CBC Not Sleeping in 14th, Scout in 15th, Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers of the Rings in 6th, Matty the Latour Ignorant in 7th, Board of the Rings in 18th, and Legolas bringing up the rear in 19th place, as we now go to question number 8. Which of these is not an expansion for Lord of the Rings Online? Corsairs of Umbar, Emissaries of Rhûn, Fate of the Gundabad, or Mines of Moria? Which of these is not an expansion for Lord of the Rings Online?
I will say that the fake one is a very good fake one.
Thank you.
Wait, can I see it again? Okay.
Corsairs of Umbar, Emissaries of Rhûn, Fate of the Gundabad, or Mines of Moria?
I don't know. I never played any of these games. I don't know why I had you read them.
Intern Forrest only played it in the beta when it came out long ago,
Intern Forest should play it again.
when the world was flat.
Yes, before the seas were bent.
Yes, before the seas were bent. So what do you think is the correct answer, Amoenus?
Emissaries of Rhûn.
Well, let's see what everyone else picked. None of you said Corsairs of Umbar.
That's the
Three.
latest expansion.
Yes.
Oh.
3 of you said Emissaries of Rhûn. 7 of you said Fate of Gundabad.
An incredible dwarf-focused expansion.
And 1 of you said Mines of Moria.
Also dwarf focus. There's a lot of dwarf content in Lord of the Rings Online.
Emissaries of Rhûn is the one we made up. The real expansions are 2008's Mines of Moria, 2009's Surge of Mirkwood, 2011's Rise of Isengard, 2012's Riders of Rohan, 2013's Helm's Deep, 2017's Mordor, 2019's Minas Morgul, 2020's War of Three Peaks, 2021's Fate of Gundabad, 2022's Before the Shadow, 2023's Corsairs of Umbar, and the upcoming Legacy of Morgoth,
Ooh.
Yes.
which could be good. I hope you get to stab people with the crown.
I hope you get to human sacrifice.
Yeah, human sacrifice quest.
Yes.
Finish your quest to feast and then just do a human sacrifice for a little treat.
You do have to stop sacrifices at several points throughout the game.
The way is shut.
You have to stop them, though.
Yes.
It's shut. You will have to go around. The way is shut.
You cannot get there from here.
Ye cannot get ye flask. Ye flask is shut.
Ye must go right after the giant chicken.
That question ruined.
Oh.
Well, let's see
suffering.
whose score
My
has been
score.
ruined.
Suffering.
Amoenus Stormcrow holding on to first, but Foolish close behind in second. What the fuck in third? Lord of the Rings Trivia 3 looks like Lord of the Rings Trivia 2 in fourth, and Opala Kua Lotor rounding on our top 5.
You sounded like Foster Brooks there. Apollo.
Opala Kua. Legolas gained the most points on that question, getting 968, while Amoenus Stormcrow gained the second most. And now I'm drifting off into Neil Hamburger.
Why does Galadriel let those dwarves into her kingdom?
What is the name of Galadriel's ring?
None of your business.
On your business, that's what. Oh boy. Frodo of the Nine Finger Bangers of the Rings lost the most points, losing 937. Which also
Yes,
has
I
the
agree,
numbers.
LJ.
Which also has the numbers of the rings given to the races.
Oh.
9, 3, and 7. But excludes the one ring to rule them all into
Yeah.
the darkness, bind them. It's almost like when you explosively roll R's for over about an hour and a half.
Make you go
start to
mouth
get-
tired.
A little lightheaded if you were a human.
If you were to have a head,
If you were to have a head and be capable of getting, well, I have a head.
that's true.
I'm not lightheaded at all. But
head in your fishy body. But you don't really have a head. You just appear to us to have a head.
oh, sure, I meant. Well, that
Right,
was
right.
the universal translator.
Right.
I see.
The
I see.
Babel microbe.
the Babel microbe.
Yeah, it's somewhere between the Babelfish and Farscape's translator microbes.
Nothing that we might have stolen from a Farscape podcast. Nope.
Oh, they do say that, don't they? Well, go listen to So Farscape.
Two Welsh guys.
Two Welsh guys talking about Farscape,
Farscape.
episode by episode. It's very fun.
Do they spell it FFARR scape?
Farscape.
That was a good Welsh joke. And no, I don't have a head. Maddie, I want Fluval to find an ET hat so he can channel Earth film director and Call of Duty gamer Steven Spielberg. Yeah, Steven Spielberg's son confirmed that Steven Spielberg plays Call of Duty. And asks him, when's the next COD coming out, son?
Well, there's a card right here, Mr. Spielberg.
Yes. Mr. Spielberg, play the game of this show by giving us lots of money.
Just a lot of it.
I would be honored to
Come on,
play John
Mr.
Ford
Spielberg.
in your next picture. And look, I can even do a pitch perfect John Ford impression. The horizon shouldn't be in the middle of the frame. That's boring. It needs to be at the top of the frame or the bottom of the frame, Mr. Spielberg.
Crazy how much he sounds like David Lynch.
It's weird. It's weird that he sounds like David Lynch.
Jaws, but it's Fluval.
Just when
Ooh.
you thought it was safe to go back in the
Flaws.
water.
Flaws.
Flaws.
Yes, Redactron, OMG.
Donut.
Yeah,
Donut.
it would. Oh, yeah.
Donut,
Julie
donut.
Cruz would do the music that lines up with the shark attacks.
Julie Cruz? No, Julie, stay home tonight.
Stay home tonight, Julie. Don't go on the water. Change your jaws or die.
I was trying to think of one for that.
Also, fun fact: when I channel David Lynch, it drifts perilously close to channeling Calstead.
I can't get off my space station.
I'm on the couch, Coop. I am on the couch. Keep it, Cal, steady.
Mr. Fluval, what's the next question?
The next question is... The video game, The Lord of the Rings Gollum, takes place between which Lord of the Rings books? The Hobbit and Fellowship of the Ring, The Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers, or The Two Towers and Return of the King? Did you channel this game with...
The Instagoblins tried to, and I asked them to please not waste their precious, precious time. I said, you only live for 3 days. You should not be wasting any time on that game. Oh, yes.
Gollum was
We
so
can
fun.
spare some interns.
I just hate how much hair Gollum has. That's the thing I can't get past.
He's like one of those babies where it's born with like a full head of hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna lose it all in like a month, but it's like striking.
How can it be anything but A? I don't know. It could be B or it could be C. That would be how it would be anything but A.
You fool!
You fool.
You fool.
How did you not guess that?
You fool.
Liz, what do you think it is? Amoenus.
Just of what I know from the premise, I put A.
Okay, well, it is A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The correct answer is The Hobbit and the Fellowship of the Ring. The game takes place through 10 vignettes that Gandalf coaxes out of Gollum while they have a conversation in a Mirkwood
Excuse
cell.
me, that's they're vignettes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And the
those-
framing is that Gandalf is just inquiring with Gollum, like, so, what have you been up to?
And those vignettes go a little
That
something
is instant. Okay, we're gonna see it.
like this. So here they are in the difficult to see dark
Without
cell.
me, eyes are marbles, no darkness they see. Faces look garbled, no flurry.
That's the voice?
Feel.
Yeah, that's Gollum.
No breath, no cheer. Death
Sounds like Mark Hamill's Joker
Can
a
you
little
make
bit.
it more opaque?
Time is not
It's my precious pets.
Moses has no scent. At nothing you can marvel without me.
It will get brighter and easier to see.
But it wasn't roses, my precious. Not roses.
Not roses.
Lilies. Not lilies, not roses. Which one was it, precious?
Skipping ahead.
An orc cave?
Oh, live there. Yes, hiding.
Assassin Smeagol.
Long gone. Who came? A nasty orc. Long dead.
So yeah, Gollum wanders around for a little bit, and then where's?
Yeah, that it was very much like the Always Sunny font.
I want you to see.
Yes, it was.
The human fish, cock he loves.
Yeah.
Cock precious.
Oh, I think it's earlier. There we go.
We cannot let this turn. See how he responds to some light.
You need to see the Gandalf and Elf King designs in this game.
That is supposed to be Thranduil.
Yes.
Presumably, but they label him as Elven King in the subtitles.
I'm guessing they didn't have the rights.
My people
Yeah.
are growing anxious.
He looks
We
like
cannot
the
let this
monster
evil
from that
linger
horror
in
movie,
us.
The Ritual.
Oh, yeah.
Where,
He-
like,
He looks like a Divinity 2 elf.
He does. Now, why is this Gandalf the Brown?
Because it's in the past and he's young still.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. But I guarantee
Also,
that
this
was
is
the
not
thought
that far in the
process.
past, right? This is between Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Gandalf wasn't like 30.
No. My name is
is bizarre.
Gandalf. I'm 35 years old, and that's old enough to be a wizard.
That's insane. You know, but
Why
speaking
don't
of that,
we
someone's been and I
start
did
on
watch the
Wait, what's
TCGS
that?
reunion
You're
show in our tent
Not
at
the
the
one
fair.
others have
Oh.
On the first night, because there weren't any really parties yet. We were just sort
Right.
of relaxing. Post stream, we turned it on and cracked some ale. It was good.
It was very good. And the official UCB Instagram posted a clip today, too, of Gethard's nephews.
Oh, yeah.
And,
but this fact I didn't know
yes.
about the council scene. Sean Bean has his head in his hand because they did rewrites that day. One does not simply walk into Mordor. Line delivered
Oh, it's still-
courtesy of writers. Pay them.
That's right. And I feel like that's a fact that I hope will come up in a future acting class
I hope so.
by,
Because, I mean,
by a Connor Ratliff.
that would be great. Let's see if... Because that's question 9. So let's see where our leaderboard is as we head into question 10. Amoenus Stormcrow. Commanding lead with Foolish in second. And what the fuck in third. But next question is, in fact... Oh, it's not. What Lord of the Rings actors also appeared in Farscape? Bruce Spence, Jeff Morrill, John
I
Bach, or
mean,
Martin Sokus?
It seems like there's one that it has to be.
Why?
I'm just because I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to say why in case I am right, and I
Yeah.
don't want to tip off anyone. But there's one that seems like, well, that must certainly be it. Because there's just no way that he wasn't also in Farscape.
Okay. That's what Whom Named Maddie thinks. This question has been on the show before, too.
Yeah, well, but I guess I thought they were different actors.
No. No, it's the same actors.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay.
I wanted to reward people who were had the memory to realize that it was all these same actors and would answer incredibly quickly.
I see.
To give them a
I
chance
see.
to make up some points.
Oh, that's
Yay!
uncharacteristically kind of you, Fluval.
Well, because
Is some
if,
sort of
if
trick
they have
coming?
more points, they can suffer
There's
by
more
betting them all
suffering.
and losing
I
them
see.
all.
Right.
Yes.
Well done, H-Dub.
Bruce Spence was the mouth of Sauron in Return of the King. He also played
That's
Prefect.
one where I was like, he must have been in Farscape.
Oh yeah, He also played Prefect Phalok in Farscape, the Gyro Captain in Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, and Tion Medon in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Here we go. Let's look at that a little more.
Whom Named Maddie Farscape is an Australian-American sci-fi series that debuted on the 9 network.
Yes, famously debuted on the 9 network.
Famously.
As famously as Farscape anything, it debuted on the 9 network. Yeah. But
Features John Crichton, an astronaut.
yeah, played by Ben Browder,
He was shot through a wormhole.
and appeared on Murder, She Wrote.
Yes.
Jeff Morrill played Waldreg. Look at that teeny little slide. He played Waldreg in Rings of Power,
Oh.
a secret
a
follower
living ship.
of the Dark Lord Sauron, who prays that the
Right.
base master of treachery will lift him and the other humans from the muck and the filth. And he hails Adar as the Lord of the Southlands before Adar corrects him and says, "No, I am the Lord."
I love what's happening in the chat.
And now John Bach, who doesn't have a slide,
Oh.
played
No
Madril
slide for John Bach.
Faramir, the second in command in The Two Towers and Return of the King. He also appeared as a multidimensional being known as Einstein in Farscape and Farscape Peacekeeper Wars. And now Martin Sokus played Celeborn in Fellowship of the Ring and Return of the King, and he also played a botanist named Bernie in Bone to be Wild, the 21st episode of Farscape. He also voiced Poggle the Lesser in an uncredited role.
He was
in-
Poggle the Lesser.
Yes, he voiced Poggle the
What?
Lesser. Yeah.
He went. Grrk, grrk,
Yeah.
grrk, grrk.
Exactly.
Wow.
Hurt myself laughing. Because yes, Farscape is an Australian American
Got it, H-Dub.
science fiction
H-Dub
television
gets
series
it.
produced by, or conceived. We were all of us conceived. by Rockney S. O'Bannon and produced for the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark
That guy
Entertainment.
gets around.
Originally. For the 9 network.
H-Dub, that was Poggle the Lesser, leader of the Geonosians.
Played by Martin Sokus, who also played
Perhaps
Celeborn.
that's what Cardi B is doing, a perfect Poggle the Lesser.
Yes. Cardi loves Poggle.
I'm just imagining her like grinding up on Poggle the Lesser.
I mean, of course, famously,
There's some Poggle the Lesser in this house.
that's a wet-ass
He's
Poggle.
becoming Poggle the Greater.
Wet-ass
Wet-ass
a wet-ass
Poggle.
Poggle. There's some bugs in this house. There's some
Wet-ass
bugs
Poggle.
in this house. There's some bugs in this house.
Obi-Wan reporting back to the council
Very true.
in the like wind.
Masters, I heard that if you're that wet down there, it's a medical disorder. They said they had a wet-ass P-word.
Do you know of anyone of a pimp named Sifo Diaz?
Disturbing this is.
Poggle the Lesser fucks.
It's just so funny to insert sexuality into this sort of anemically asexual Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
much sex happening, but none of it is anywhere near the dialogue.
You can really tell that Gene Roddenberry was a very horny man,
right.
and George Lucas.
I think that George, like an elf, simply had sex to procreate. It was so intense that he never had to do it again.
It is very elf of him to kiss for 6 hours on a flight. Because
What?
he kissed
Excuse
Linda
me?
Ronstadt for 6 hours on a flight.
Linda Ronstadt?
Yeah, he dated Linda Ronstadt. He and Jerry Brown both dated Linda Ronstadt.
At once?
No, they weren't a throuple.
I see.
It was
a
revealed on the
6-hour
George
kiss?
Lucas talk
Your
show.
mouth is just gonna get gross.
Yeah.
You know, lips will be witty.
Yes, Amy Irving revealed it on a George Lucas talk show appearance.
Amy Irving revealed it?
Because Steven Spielberg and Amy Irving were on a flight with George Lucas and Linda Ronstadt, and George and Linda Ronstadt just kept making out for 6 hours straight.
Wow, George.
Yeah. George on GLTS had a great response of, "Oh, my biography said I was sexually unimaginative." To which it was pointed out, well, George, you did do the same thing for 6 hours straight. Yeah, it was also how Watto learned that he and Linda Ronstadt dated, and it seemed like it was how George had learned that he and Linda Ronstadt dated, but that obviously can't be possible.
No, he must have simply forgotten because he was too busy making little personal films.
Yes, all the personal films that he'll definitely release someday. Like his in-depth drama about wanting his driveway back. I mean, that's Stan. The energies got confused there for a second. I just want my driveway back. I just want my driveway back. If you're watching this and you know of a driveway with contested ownership, please take care of it. The driveway you save could be your own.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you so much, George.
I'm not going that far. Okay. Now.
All right.
Now let's get back to business. Our leaderboard. Where everyone got it right, but who got it right the fastest? It was Legolas.
Legolas!
Gaining 950
Well done,
points.
Legolas.
Foolish got it right the slowest with 174 points, but 9 of you simply didn't answer at all.
Oh!
So missed out on.
What a bummer to not answer the freebie question.
Yep. I would be fabulous in a Trixie Mattel wig.
Ooh.
I mean, I do have this sexy...
Do you still have your sexy veil number?
No, that's my sequel hat. That's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing.
Have your driveways spade
That's my Marvin the Martian helmet.
Ooh.
Quite a nice bit of fashion.
That's fascinating. Some would say this is the sexiest hat. Here's my sexy veiled number.
The sexy veiled number!
Which I debuted when we went to Noir Earth and did a whole black and white episode where trivia was used as a choose-your-own adventure.
Oh my.
Yes.
I think you could probably get the Guinness World Records to certify for a low price that this is the most creative trivia show that's ever existed.
I would love to make them weigh in on something as seemingly subjective as most creative. Like, really just send a screw you to Geeks Who Drink, Guinness.
They do the same thing every week.
Yeah. Get out of here, other trivia shows. Get out of here, Brain
Very
Teasers
demure.
trivia.
Very cutesy with that.
Very demure.
You see how we did cause suffering? You see how we cause suffering? We don't need to commit war
Suffering.
crimes.
This is also very sexy.
It is Fluvuigi.
Yes, it's Fluval.
Well, then why is there an F?
Because our name is Fluval.
But you're Fluval.
Yeah.
So it'd be a W.
Don't question it. Yeah, no, it's Fluval. It's Fluval.
We didn't win the raffle for the private note session.
Fluval Trivia Master Desk.
To make it more distinct.
Fluval Fifth Dimensional Desk.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have this one. I wouldn't want to join any club that wouldn't have me as a member.
No, Fluval Marks.
Yes. Oh, that was fun. Anyway, we have one more question.
Uh-oh.
That was supposed to be a wager. National Lampoon founders Henry Beard and Douglas Kenny wrote which 1969 novel that was a parody of The Lord of the Rings?
I said this earlier.
You did. Lord of the Rings, Horde of the Things, Muddle Earth, or The Boggart?
Honestly, we could do which pinata, who has broken the most eggs, raw eggs, inside of a pinata. We would win for sure. We have destroyed a lot of raw eggs.
You have to incorporate loose soup pinatas as a
Yes.
LLC,
Yes.
and then you can inquire with the fine folks of the Guinness Advertising Department.
But now let's see who remembered the pro tip that Amoenus Franco gave at the start of this show.
Thank you, Little Sentient Radio.
Thank you, Little
Billions
Sentient
of
Radio.
lives snuffed out for fun.
Thank you, Little Sentient Radio, for destroying that planet. That was the third planet destroyed by our loyal
Magnificent.
viewers. 8 of you said Board of the Rings. 0 of you said Horde of the Things. 2 of you said Muddle Earth. 0 of you said the Boggett. Which do you think it is?
Oh, it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Board of the Rings is the correct answer. But these are all Lord of the Rings parodies that do exist.
Really?
Yes. Hordes of the Things was a BBC radio series from 1980, which parodies Lord of the Rings and fantasy works overall. Muddle Earth is a 2003 children's novel that parodies the Lord of the Rings. And The Boggett is a sequel to a video game called Board of the Rings that was unrelated to the novel Board of the Rings.
Fascinating.
It was The Boggett Board 2.
Board 2.
Yeah.
Was it TOO?
Yeah.
HW, you got it wrong. It's your own joke name. And you got it wrong.
And
Just
I will
the
say,
suffering that we
I don't
provide
endorse
here.
all of the comedy in The Boggett Board 2.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, when did
Yeah.
it come out?
1986.
Okay, so there's a lot of homophobia in there.
One might say that the Bilbo name joke pun is a homophobic one.
Oh, I think I can guess what it is.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, dildo's not a bad word.
Nope.
No, I'm guessing it's the
It's the last
I'm
name.
guessing it's the surname that was
Yes.
changed.
The first name. No, the first name was also changed. It's Bimbo.
Whoa. Now that's actually a pretty good drag name, I think. If you,
Yeah.
That's what I'm
use as a
assuming.
drag
That
name.
would be a good drag name. Yes, that was it, Argyle. And I'm just like, man.
Ooh.
Actually, wait. Let me double check.
Yeah, dildo slur.
I want to hear Hordes of the Things. Is that preserved anywhere? Can it be listened to?
Hordes of the Things is it has a website. Yeah. nigelbaker.co.uk/hot.
Hot.
Nigel Baker.
Oh, we are looking at this. Hold on. We have to look at this.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, after we just did a whole discussion of how a Lord of the Rings parody from the 80s has aged badly, am I sight unseen bringing up a website related to one? Yes. Yes, I am. Will this, will it blow up in my face? Well, we'll all find out together. There we go. I'm going to make it more opaque. Don't you worry. So we'll really see if it is aged poorly together. The web design has aged gorgeously.
Oh wow, that's a really nice
Wow.
logo for
The illustration's
Right?
wonderful, yeah. So Hordes of the Things is a comic fantasy radio series written by Andrew Marshall and John Lloyd, which aired between the 25th of November 1980 and 16th December 1980 on Radio 4. It has since been repeated on BBC 7, though without the opening narration for some reason.
Lovely.
This is Can Radoz the Green, one of the last great wizards, save Albion from the coming of the Evil One? Hordes of the Things starts 10:30 p.m. The Land. Albion, the Northern Wastes, Zilbor, Dath, Zaguloth, Kvarn, the Wraith Pixie Alliance, and the Wolf Popular Republic and Orc Realm of Raspor. And so here's...
Oh wow! So one of the writers was the inspiration for Marvin the Paranoid Android.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other guy also, he worked on Hitchhiker's Guide. He worked on not the 9 o'clock news, Blackadder. So this actually might be like good.
This could be good, based on the people who worked on it, yeah.
Okay.
The characters... Well, the scribes / carvers of the Mystic Runes writers, Andrew Marshall and John Lloyd. The chronicler, Patrick McGee, though Ballard Berkeley appears to narrate some of the fourth chronicle. Agar, son of Athar. Yeah, like there's Maliadoc, another yokel.
Another yokel.
Agar's mother, Master Hornshaper. Merlin. The evil flesh-eating Lord of Cran.
Ooh.
Hoblob, the mysterious spider. And Stephen the Minotaur.
So great. I'm seeing that there's also a wizard, Radox the Green, and named for a brand of green bath salts called Radox.
That's good.
Amazing.
There's an ancient rhyme which foretells the rise of evil and the promise of
Ooh.
salvation.
Oh.
John Lloyd co-wrote books with Douglas Adams.
One man,
One man
saved the
saved
realm. You got it.
6 shall he get. Oh.
No, you do it.
Wait.
You do it. You're good. You're a wizard.
6 shall he gather. One hero Albion's hope. Dark shall he scatter. Long shall he search afar while hope betide him. One man of noble birth, 6 men beside him. 7 sentinels shall ride on the wind of battle. Match with the evil one's dark hordes of chattel. Though they may stand and fight bloodied and mountless, no chant at all has right against all the countless. Hordes of the things, I think is the last part.
That would make sense. And then
Seems
there's
excellent.
the laws of Albion, the history.
But so this is one of the writers just maintains his webpage to his like masterwork of Hordes of the Things.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, that's all that is.
I am so not used to doing live research on a show and finding something nice.
It's pretty great when it happens. Doesn't always.
That's so good.
Muddle Earth also does seem cute. Not as exciting for us, but it's just like a cute children's book
Oh.
by Paul Stewart. And like Lord of the Rings, it is divided into 3 segments.
Oh, okay.
Engelbert
That's
the
nice.
Enormous, Here Be Dragons, and Dr. Cuddles of Giggle Glade.
Oh, this is really nice.
And it's about a human who goes to Muddle Earth. He must fight evil on behalf of Randolph.
I mean, come on, Randolph. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, and there's even a sequel, Muddle Earth 2.
Oh.
That seems nice.
Yeah, that one seems nice. Unlike,
But of course,
nice.
let us not forget one also has Bilbo F. Wordens.
yes, there's Bimbo F. Slurrins.
Not all nice. Bimbo, that's right. Bimbo.
Bimbo F. Slurrins.
Bimbo Slurgins.
Yeah. Bimbo Slurgins. And I only assume.
Carefully with the slurs. That's what Bilbo F. Words hates.
Now you know what's funny? I don't think none of the characters' names are, as far as I can tell, slurs in the first game. That was a sequel innovation.
They added hate speech to
Yeah.
the Boggett too.
Yeah,
God.
it was. Unless, I don't think this is. Is this anything? No. Fordo the Boggett, which is just like a little creature. Spam, Pimply, and Murky.
Is it the Silmarillion?
Okay. There is a Wikipedia page for the sequel.
Silly.
It's actually a prequel. So it's a sequel game, but it's actually a
Because
narrative
it's
prequel.
based on the. Yeah.
Bimbo Slurgins and Grandolph. Now, if you just made him Grandolph, did you have to go so far with
Right.
with Bimbo's
Right.
name?
And they
must
appear on a
find
game
treasure.
show.
Yeah, that I actually do want to play it. I must know that part of it.
Yeah. And you have to just enter commands. I'm annoyed. Oh, and then the same designers made a game called Kingdom O Magic.
What slurs are in that one?
Unclear. Oh, well.
It's a lot of anti-Irish stuff.
I mean, there is Queen Galadrag. So that character's probably not written very well.
These are all good drag names. You know?
Yeah,
I
they
know.
are. And they're of the Kingdom DeLorean. Like Lothlorien and DeLorean.
Silly.
Beginning the game, this is for Kingdom O Magic.
Yeah.
You can choose 2 characters: Thidney the lizard bloke or Sharon the girly from the planet Cumley.
There's the High Steward of Minar Tragedy. And there's 3 quests. The good old-fashioned traditional quests where you have to kill the dragon. Or rescue the dragon, steal the princess, and kill the treasure. The the Magnificent 7-Eleven quest, where you have to recruit 7 to 11 characters. And the Bizarre and Slightly Twisted quest.
The Children of Hurlin.
Oh, Children of Hurlin's good. You're all coming up with much better versions.
Yeah, these are very good.
Yes.
This is also Farscape.
Yeah. They should have made more Farscape games. They only made one, and it didn't look very good.
No.
But a game that is good is our game of trivia, and that was actually the last question. Despite my attempt to quickly write up a last one so there would be a wager.
There's no wager?
There was supposed to be, but the interns messed up entering the question.
Those damn interns.
Yes.
Let's blow up the planet that is on them, that they are on.
The planet that's on them. Why, that's... One planet down. Kablooey.
The big kablooey.
But those are the things we all get to enjoy. We have to find out who actually won our game.
There's an advertisement.
Oh!
Well,
maybe we
for
should just keep
horrible-looking wings
destroying
from
planet.
Dairy Queen.
you got Dairy Queen.
Ugh.
Ugh. How dare they put food ads during this show as well? I cannot abide that, Bezos. Oh, Redactron got an ad for sports gambling?
The idea of a human that eats is offensive.
It's offensive to me. Humans shouldn't eat. They should just live off suffering and trivia, like me, Fluval. Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire. Anyway, let's see who won our trivia. I wonder who it could be.
I feel a little bad for winning.
You won fair and square. There wasn't a wager where you could have lost all your points.
yeah.
And you did tell everyone the last question's answer right at the beginning of the show. Foolish in second. And our winner is Amoenus Stormcrow. Congratulations to Amoenus Stormcrow.
Thank you all.
If you're Amoenus Stormcrow, send us your address, and we'll give you a little something for winning the game of trivia. And the thing we all got to enjoy, of course, was destroying a planet.
Well, thank you. I mean, really, I think my prize was getting to come back here and spend time with you.
Thank you for joining us, Amoenus.
Thank you
It was
so
great
much
having
for
you
joining
on.
us.
All of you watching should be sure, of course, if you don't already, to follow WizWorld Live right here on, not only on Twitch, but you should also follow them at blog.wizworldlive.com, where you can join the scriptorium. And it's also a great place to support them without putting money in the deposit of the great dragon Bezos. WizWorld is forever. Check out the October forecast.
Trivia is real.
Trivia is real.
Trivia is real.
Moinus, is there anything else you'd like to promote before we?
No, I mean that's the main thing. You know, stay tuned on the blog, because just as our friends here are on the station, we're trying to build resiliency for the increasingly inevitable seeming collapse of Twitch.
Yes.
But you know, follow their Patreon, follow me on the scriptorium. I'm also posting art, of course, on Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitter and Threads, and whichever one of these foolish mortal websites survives. We shall be there. But the shows will be continuing. As soon as we get some more funding, we're going to reshoot Fishman, which I think is looking maybe like a winter or early spring project now. But they're just always things to work on, and I appreciate everyone who tunes in. I appreciate the friends who came up and saw us this past weekend at the fair, and I hope you're all safe and well. Oh, also, Sunday I will be appearing as part of a fundraiser to help Palestinian children over on H-Dub's channel.
Oh, cool!
Yes.
Fundraiser for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund.
That's wonderful. be sure to follow HDub as well then, so you
Please
know when that
do.
goes live and you can support
It'll be
that.
Sunday all day before Doom Room, I think.
Well, there we go. Join us in following HDub, and we'll see you next week for horror trivia.
Farewell.
Now that spooky season is here, we'll see you next week. We have your coordinates.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away.